Cinema Bushmucks presents Follow the Floundering Franchise.
The NBA's Brooklyn Nets have spent the entirety of their 53-year existence in and around the New York metropolitan area. The operative word there being around. Originally known as the New Jersey Americans, one of the 11 franchises in place when the ABA began play in 1967, their first home was the Teaneck Armory in northern New Jersey. At the end of their inaugural season, the Americans finished tied with the Kentucky Colonels for the final playoff spot in the Eastern Division, and a one-game playoff was scheduled. The Armory, unfortunately, had booked a circus for that date, and the Americans scrambled to find another arena. They eventually settled upon the Long Island Arena, located nearly 50 miles away in the town of Commack. Upon arriving for the game, however, the floor was found to be unplayable, and the Americans were forced to forfeit the game to Kentucky. But the situation at the Armory was becoming rapidly untenable for the Americans, and so forced to find another home for their second season, they settled on, wait for it, the Long Island Arena, of course. Finally outfitted with a functional playing surface, the newly rechristened New York Nets lasted just one season in Commack before moving to the Island Garden in West Hempstead, which had a slightly larger capacity than either of their first two homes. The new arena, coupled with the arrival of established NBA star Rick Barry, enabled the franchise to settle down and establish a fan base on the island. When the Nassau Coliseum, located just a few miles away in Uniondale, opened in 1972, the Nets joined the NHL's Islanders as a primary tenant, and it was here that the Nets enjoyed their heyday, acquiring Julius Erving and winning 2 ABA championships, including the league's last in 1976. But the subsequent merger with the NBA, while deemed a success for the rest of professional basketball, proved to be hugely detrimental to the Nets. Forced by the league to pay a $5 million indemnity to the Knicks for invading their territory, cash-strapped Nets owner Roy Bowe had no alternative but to trade Irving to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for $3 million, and the team plummeted in the standings, finishing with the league's worst record in their inaugural NBA season. Desperate to escape the Knicks' shadow, the team then moved back to New Jersey after the state announced plans to build a new arena in East Rutherford, just across the Hudson River from Manhattan. In the interim, the team, now called the New Jersey Nets, played their home games on the campus of Rutgers University, located in picturesque Piscataway. Upon completion of the Brendan Byrne Arena in 1981, the Nets relocated there and spent the next 30 years in East Rutherford, easily their longest stretch in any one place in their nomadic history. The team also enjoyed its greatest NBA success here, making back-to-back appearances in the finals in 2002 and 2003. But this period of tranquility ended in 2010, when the Nets moved into the brand spanking new Prudential Center in nearby Newark. Originally intended to play host to both the Nets and the NHL's New Jersey Devils, the Nets were sold during the arena's construction, and new owner Bruce Ratner quickly announced plans to build a new arena in downtown Brooklyn as part of a revitalization of a downtrodden neighborhood. The same neighborhood where Walter O'Malley, former owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, dreamed of building a replacement for Ebbets Field once upon a time. The Nets did relocate to Newark on a temporary basis, playing there for 2 seasons while awaiting the opening of the Barclays Center in 2012, and they've called Brooklyn home ever since. Ironically, of all the arenas the Nets once called home, all but one, the old Long Island Arena in Commack, still exists. And although the team is enjoying a resurgence of late, one cannot help but wonder, given the vagabond history of this franchise, what the future holds.